Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
Barks, the one with bite. What do you mean Barks has bite? Johnny? What do you mean Barks has bite? Johnny? What do you mean Barks has bite? Oh, hey, man. What do you mean Barks has bite? Here, try some of this. Ouch. I haven't seen him that excited since he got his heels. Ouch. You tell him, Johnny. You tell the world.
That piece of 90s advertising gold can only mean one thing. All of our guests today are brought to you by the Vancouver Giants. And lo and behold, our guest right now, Vancouver Giants GM Barclay Parneta. They host Kamloops Friday, in Kamloops Saturday, and they host Prince George on Sunday, do the Giants. And Barclay joins us now. How are you, sir?
Good day. Thank you for hosting me on what you guys are celebrating as a little bit late of a International Women's Day.
All thanks to John
Shannon.
Donnie, you had a little bit to do with that, with the Rocky theme. I was kind of excited. But the champ, that would be a perfect champ episode for our friend here.
We want to stay on the air, though. That's the thing, the good old days, Barclay. Hey, I got to ask you about Cameron Schmidt before we get into what's going on with your team. Let's focus on one player. But 26 goals. He breaks Gilbert Brulet's record for goals by a 16-year-old with your organization. Well, what a player. And a few games out there, he really stands out. What's in his future?
Well, a bright future. In the meantime, that's exactly, if you've seen him live, he's worth the price of admission. I mean, we have a ton of talented kids this year, but the electricity that Cameron plays with, he's such a dynamic, fast player. You can't help but watch him. He's just a really exciting guy when you're, especially live. Television and the highlights don't do it justice. I know, do you guys remember, that's the kid that you guys showed the clip of scoring that overtime winning goal last year.
You sent us the clip.
Yeah, I sure did. PR machine here.
I know there was a guy that made his NHL debut this week in Ottawa that you are very proud of, former Giants captain Zack Ostapchuck. And this kid, character off the charts, Bark, just a wonderful kid, a former first-round pick of yours. He's on the ice, NHL debut in Ottawa against Pittsburgh, against Sidney Crosby in overtime, breaks up the play in Ottawa, goes down and scores. How good was that for you and your organization to see that kid do what he did in Ottawa?
I can't say enough about how proud we are of him. His mom did an unbelievable job at raising this young man. He lost his father, and he got through that. But, he has a unique trait that I've sort of seen in the sense that any of the players that have had success at the next level, they're almost zero maintenance here. Like, I don't even think Zach knew what he could have different curves or patterns. Like, he just took whatever you gave him, went and played. Didn't care who he's playing with. And that's exactly the reason why he's going to be such a success. He's going to be a terrific long-time player in the NHL. And, I texted him. I'd heard the day before from his agent that he was getting called up. And literally, he texted me back within the same minute that I texted him to congratulate him. Like, he's just an awesome kid. Like, always, he's a long-time Giant, welcome anytime, and really proud of him.
The words like character and, people say hockey people overuse it. But character and coachable. He's so coachable. I heard that about a Canuck prospect the other day. How people always say, it's not overused, Bark. You're looking for character kids who are coachable, who want to get better every day, and they don't have ego and pride and all that stuff. But it's so important.
So, you know what? The character is always going to be there in any organization to have success, whether it's business or anything else. But you touched on something called coachability. And we're starting to see, like, the game became a very individual game for a while. I think the coachability factor, you don't know until you work with a player or a person for that matter, their abilities. But the coachability is something that these younger kids really need to take into heart. Like, all these kids that are coming up, they can all do the Michigan, in practice, but some of them don't know where to go. They really don't. And it's not because of lack of trying from their coaches. It's because, they don't think they need to do that. And being open to that, that's what we tell all of our younger players coming up, that, the difference that separates you at that next level, coachability, character. Like, there's a lot of really good players as you move up. So you've got to be able to adapt and learn quick.
Yeah, you better. You dominated in minor hockey, but things change when you get to junior. Very quickly, Barclay, you're going to the playoffs. Is your team playing the way you'd like? And you beat Tri-City the other night. Is your team playing the way you'd like to see it play at this important time of year?
You know what? We had a really good stretch, or quite quick after the trade deadline. A few bumps and hiccups here. I think that it's a good time to have it. I'd rather face some of that adversity or sort of being out of sync a bit prior to. We've got 5 games coming up here, very important games. Like, we could still end up in 4th place here if things go well. So, that's the goal. Let's look after ourselves, the details. We need efforts from our top guys on every given night from here on out. Really, that's something that needs to be done. Your best players have to be your best players, just like Rick Tocchet said about his game last night. That's absolutely true. Mm-hmm. So, am I happy? Obviously, I'd be happy if we're winning every game. So maybe not so much, but the reality is, you know what? I think we're on the right track. Let's say that.
Barclay, thanks for this. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
And the postseason as well. Barclay Parneta, Vancouver Giants GM. They host Kamloops on Friday, in Kamloops Saturday. Back at the LEC to play powerful Prince George on Sunday.